Welcome everybody to the Goes to 11 Vise Squad. Today I'm going to show you how to tie the Guns N' Roses Chironomid. To start out with, we got a size 14 Togens 2XL curved nymph hook with a 2.8mm brass bead. One thing to note, we put the brass bead on backwards so that the large hole is facing the eye. It'll help us in our next step. So we're just going to start some wine colored 70 denier Danville thread. Get that started right at the eye. Next we're going to take a piece of poly yarn. You can use uni stretch. I just find the yarn works just as well. And you can get a lifetime supply of it for about $1.50. So we're going to tie that in right at the head, trim off our excess. And we're just going to come in and whip finish. This is creating gills on the chironomid. I find it really makes a difference on these bomber patterns. So we're going to do a couple whip finishes just to secure that on there. Come in and trim our thread. And I'm just going to push that bead up. Take our thread again, start it again right back in behind the bead. Next, we have our first item that we're going to be tying in. This is a dark Claret buzzer wrap from Canadian Llama. I really like this stuff. It's a great product to work with. We're going to tie this down, shank of the hook to the bend. We're then going to take about 3 strands of Togens blue steel Chirony wrap. You can also use gunmetal flashaboo. It's a little harder to find, but it does work well also. So we're just going to come in, capture this. Get it started. Hold the tips a little bit. Secure it down. We're going to carry this all the way down the hook also to the hook bend. Now we're just going to build a bit of a taper with our thread. We're going to go back and forth, stopping a little bit shorter each time to develop that taper. The smoother you can get this, the easier it's going to make it, the better the fly is going to look. Give your thread a little twist every once in a while to help it lay flat. I like to keep these bombers a little bit sleeker. I don't build quite as much of a taper as I would on, say, a scud hook. Once you're happy with your taper, I like to do a couple turn whip finish just to secure things. I will put my thread on my bobbin cradle, and we're going to wrap our first item, which is blue steel Chirony wrap. So we're just going to do nice touch and turns, carrying this forward. Try not to hit the hook bend because it will cut this stuff and you'll be right back at square one. you have a little bit of a gap, it's not the end of the world. We got that wine colored underbody, which will show through, and it's not going to affect anything. So once we get to that bead, I'm just going to capture this. Go drops in front, couple wraps behind, and trim out our excess. We're then going to come in with our dark Claret buzzer wrap, and we're just going to rib it with this. We're going to do nice even ribs. Try to make them even. No one's perfect. Capture it at the head. In tying chironomids, I like to give the fly a spin. Make sure that I got my rib looking the way I want it. You can make one side look beautiful and the other side looks horrible, and you don't even notice it, especially on your far side. So we're gonna trim off our buzzer wrap now. You're just going to do a few wraps here, build a bit of a collar, secure everything down nicely. And whip finish. While you have your scissors in your hand, you're going to take your white poly yarn here. We're going to trim it to make gills. I like to leave it about the same width as the bead. Trim. And last but not least, we're going to come in with some Solar as bone dry. So on this, go really thin on the Solar as. It's better to put 2 coats on than try and do it all in one. Zap it with your light. Come in for a second coat. Again, very sparse. I find the second coat really helps the colors to pop. This Guns N' Roses is one of my favorites, especially in southern Alberta. Something about wine color that just drives them crazy. So again, come in with our light. Give it a cure. And there you have it. Guns N' Roses Chironomid. Very simple, effective chironomid pattern. Sure to catch you some hogs out there. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's pattern. If so, please give this video a like. Also, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the reminder bell beside it so you don't miss any future content. Thanks again, and until next time, tight lines.